So, folks, how you doing? I thought we were starting like another 50 seconds, but another 50 seconds would have kept you 50 seconds away from our guest tonight.
Word.
Yo, we got another hot show. I'm your host, HUBERT GUY. This is the Actor's Cut. This is how we do it every week, all the time. Anytime you want your fix of the Actor's Cut, just go to YouTube, put in HUBERT GUY. Holla at your boy. But for tonight, we got my man Ray PERSAUD in the house. Yo, yes, Ray, good to see you, my man. You too, man. We got MANNY MIZ in the house.
Appreciate you inviting me, bro.
Listen, I've known this guy for a while now, and this is a great guy, and I've been wanting to get him on my show for a while. So when he hit me up the other day, I was like, yes, let's make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Because he does a lot of big things, you know what I'm saying, in the industry, and so does MANNY MIZ, and we're going to meet them, and we're going to talk to them, and we're going to get it cracking right now. So go ahead, Ray, and introduce yourself to the viewing audience.
Hey, everyone. I'm Ray PERSAUD. I'm part of Mere Talents. I'm a Brooklyn-born, bred and raised independent artist. I do a lot of my own films. I work in the film industry. I shoot on a lot of shows that you guys watch, a lot of movies that you've probably seen already and that are coming out soon. But, you know, as an indie artist, we got to change the game. We got our own things to do, and we have a lot to put out there. And stay tuned. We have a lot for you.
Right, right. Yo, MANNY MIZ, introduce yourself to the people.
Well, I go by the name of MANNY MIZ. Mizzles. You know what I'm saying? If you mess with me, you already know what that means. You know what I'm saying? I'm a rapper, artist, producer. You know, I sing a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm also a radio host. You know, Swag in the City every Wednesday, 6 to 8. Right. You know what I'm saying? SwagInTheCity.com.
Right.
And yeah, you know, Brooklyn bred. Williamsburg before it became what it is now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I knew what Williamsburg was before it became it. You know what I'm saying?
Before it became Williamsburg.
Yeah, before it came $2,500 for 2 bedrooms. You know what I'm saying?
I thought that was for a studio.
It could be that too. It depends where it's at. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
The rent is too damn high.
Yeah, too much.
The rent is too damn high.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Ray,
yeah.
Let's talk to you real quick. Let's talk about your background because you are a writer, you are a movie producer and director. Let's talk about your background and what inspired you and what made you want to get into this industry.
Okay. Well, it's crazy. Like, one of the first memories I can think of is I was like a little kid. I was like 10 years old. And I was watching a movie I shouldn't have seen at that age.
We all have.
And it was called Requiem for a Dream. And the director for that was Darren Aronofsky. And just like the idea, he was the first person to ever create this thing called a hip-hop montage. And if you ever seen the movie, you see when they chopping up the lines, do things like, it's like this whole, like, it's a sound for montage, you know? And I was 10 years old in the summer off of school watching that in my living room, and I'm like, and I hadn't started the movie, I just like was flipping through the channels. But something about just seeing that one scene just like triggered something in my mind that artistically, you know, because I didn't know where I was 10 years old, you know?
Right.
It was just something that just like triggered.
That's where your creative
that's where it all came
imagination
from.
be
And I was
running
like,
wild.
wow, I was like, somebody created a sound with a visual and it made me feel a certain type of way, you know? And from there, I always like felt like, okay, art was gonna be something that was gonna be very involved in my life.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And then it just like fruition from there.
Right. So who are so tell us about some of the projects that you've worked on though.
Okay, so I work on the film sets and in the film industry as a production assistant. Going August 29th will be 4 years.
Very nice, very nice.
And I've done a lot of shows. I've learned a lot. I felt like I've paid my dues. I've done like Orange is the New Black. I just did the last season.
It's a great show.
Yeah, the family on Orange is awesome. I love them. Shout out to D. Shout out D. I've done Power. I actually just did the Avengers. I did a couple days on the Avengers.
Right.
I did John Wick, the first one. I've done a bunch of stuff, you know, but like I've learned and I've taken a lot from my position on those sets, and I've used them to create my own films that I feel like can help and send a message, because like I'm all towards the writing, you know?
Right.
Like a lot of things are being released, you know, but it's like what are you releasing?
The writing is very important. If you can write a great story,
yeah,
even if you write when you write a great story, you have to have those actors to deliver it. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to have that emotion in it, and you will definitely feel that emotion with great writing. You know what I'm saying? So writing is definitely all important. You know what I'm saying? So as far as like writing, like your screenplays, you wrote and directed a number of plays yourself too, right?
Yeah, I have a lot under my belt. You see, this is how I see it. Like, we're on a platform where it's entertainment, right? Mm-hmm. But I feel like there's a higher crescendo for that too.
Right.
You know, there's another platform you can hit where even though you're giving these resources, these talents, it's what you give out to the people that they can understand and what they consume.
Right.
You know, so you have to be conscious of that as well. You know, with what you put out publicly, it can't only be action films. It can't only be comedy. You know. Like, I write, my forte is psychological drama. Mm-hmm. That's where I stem from because of that one moment when I was 10 years old.
Right.
When that clicked in my head, you know, like, that's my thing.
It scarred him in a good way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's beautifully haunting.
Right.
You know?
Right. Well, things that you definitely have to, like, be relatable because everything now is so personal with how social media is.
Yes.
You know, you're, like, right there in the lives, in depth with everybody and anybody, like people that you've never met before, like billionaires, you know, they can go Facebook Live and so to write and be relatable, that's something that is so key too.
Yeah.
Let's hop into Manny Miz real quick. Manny Miz, let's get into your background. How did you get started in the hip hop industry? Tell us what you do.
Well, I don't do shit. Basically, you know, I started a little late, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've always been into music since I was younger.
Right.
I've always been into the arts, you know, since I was literally like 4 or 5. I've always been drawing, you know what I'm saying? And people don't realize, like, art, music, film, it all relates. It's all feeling, you know what I'm saying? It's all, like, it's all emotion getting captured, you know what I'm saying? And when I was in 6th grade, I really fell in love with music, started playing the trumpet, you know what I'm saying? One of my main producers, Yarodi, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. You know, extremely dope trumpet player. You know, we just got more of a bond like with music, you know what I'm saying? And then from there I went to LaGuardia Performing Arts for high school, you know, but for art.
Right.
But I was always with the vocal majors, you know what I'm saying? And the instrument, you know, like it was just, I just knew I had a passion for it, but I was scared at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like you don't know what you're going to do.
Right.
And you don't know how people are going to recept to it, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, when I went to college, I was just like, yo, this shit ain't for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm sorry, like not trying to
knock anybody's college.
Yeah, not trying to knock that.
You know what's good for you.
I knew it wasn't for me.
Right.
And I actually got my first like single and mixtape off of that. It's called Lifestyle of a Dropout. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And it was a lot of people fucked with it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
That sounds dope right there.
Sounds
like a lot of cuts about partying and smoking some good bud and just chilling.
It really was in a like, you know, in a, I don't want to say well-mannered, you know what I'm saying, but just in a not your typical way, you know what I'm saying? And it was, you know, it was recepted well.
Right.
And then, you know, I just started getting people fucking with me like that, you know? And then, you know, I dropped a couple tapes, you know, songs, videos and stuff. You know, my last one, Lifestyle of a Dreamer, you know, I got more fans from that, you know what I'm saying? And then from there I ventured into radio. Okay. You know, like we do online radio. We got a show called Swag in the City. Every Wednesday, 6 to 8. You know,
every Wednesday,
2.5 years strong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I love doing it, you know what I'm saying? Eventually I know, you know, one's going to overcome the other, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's most likely going to be music, you know what I'm saying? But it's just, yeah, that's basically what I do.
Right. So who are some of the people that inspired you, like when you first started getting into the game as a hip hop artist and then as a producer? Who were some of the people that you looked up to?
Surprisingly, my favorite artist of all time, because I'm, you know, I get lyrical and stuff, but you know, I have substance, but I know how to, you know, I know how to party. But yo, my all-time favorite, I will defend this guy to the death. He could curse me out. I wouldn't give a fuck. Kid Cudi. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't give him enough credit. You know what I'm saying?
Kid Cudi is he's a lyricist.
I love
he's got some lyrics.
Yeah, listen,
that's important. I like lyrics. It may not, you know what it is. People say great stuff in a great way, but it may not catch everybody or be not what everybody wants to hear. But their delivery and what they're saying, if you listen to a true lyricist, like I love Pharoah Monch and OC, you know what I'm saying? And like a lot of old school artists that were really like lyricists, because you be listening like, man. So I understand.
Real, yeah.
I understand.
And it's like, yo, he was the first time that I realized, I'm like, yo, you don't need a punchline to have somebody be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? It's like that, it's literally that feeling like, yo, I know what he's talking about. I know that.
As an artist, you could kind of like, you can tell, like, when a person like Cudi, like, you can tell that's a different type of genius that's coming out, you know? And like, it stuck with me too. Cudi's one of my favorite artists too, you know? And like, he's just so conscious. Like, even think about how he put out his albums in different acts.
Right.
You know, he created something bigger than music.
Right.
Like a whole new genre of something, you know.
It's like it's like a presentation.
Yeah.
You know,
like
you have a solid product,
Yeah.
and then you present it, and you know, like there's so much more things that we can be interactive with, like social media and different virtual reality type things, that when people now they're more creative because they're seeing so much more going on. So it's just got those mental gears just moving, and you know, people are now really starting to think outside of the box and really bringing out some phenomenal music and TV and movies. You know what I'm saying? So I love it. I love it. It's great. It's great. So who are some of your besides Cudi? Who do you think's hot right now?
You mean like lyrically or just in general?
Just in general.
I fuck with Travis Scott heavy, you know what I'm saying? Because even though he don't really get lyrical like that, it's just, you know, I go through my modes, you know what I'm saying? Like on a Monday, I might listen to J. Cole all day. Tuesday, I might listen to this ratchet stuff, you know, Gucci or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Wednesday, I just might be like, I want to listen to my own shit, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna be honest. I can't even pinpoint somebody right now exactly.
Right.
Because I haven't really been focused on them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Just been focusing on yourself.
Yeah, I've been focused on myself. You know, listening to my own shit.
Understandable.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's like you get into those modes. You know, like where you're just like, I don't give a fuck. I don't want to hear this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But then I get into my modes where I'm like,
Right.
I'm gonna hear this one song all day.
Right.
I'll listen to Megan Trainor. I'll listen to Megan Trainor all day.
Right.
Literally
I
one
like
song.
Megan Trainor.
Yeah, I'm saying like I don't just like hip hop. I love all music as long as it's good. You know what I'm saying? Like you'd be surprised what kind of music I listen to. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll listen to like some gangsta ass shit too. I ain't no gangster, but you know I ain't a bitch either.
Hey,
but
I listen to some gangster music. I listen to some country music.
Yeah, as long as it's
You know what
good.
I'm saying? I rock some Billy Joel. You know, I
Word.
go to some Led Zeppelin. You know what I'm saying? If it's good music, it's good music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
just appreciate it, you know?
Yeah, you got to.
There's certain songs you could literally just like break down and be like, wow, I just appreciate how he did this. You know, how he made it come together here. You know what I'm saying? It's just same shit with the movies.
Right.
Same shit with the painting. You know what I'm saying? When you just break it down.
Right. So let's get back into movies real quick, Ray. And let's talk about some of the projects or some ideas that you would have, like for some projects that you would like to work on. Like, what would you like to do? Like, what do you see yourself doing in this industry as far as writing a great screenplay and then producing it, directing it, putting it on film?
Well, I shot a couple shorts, you know, to give them some ideas of like my style of my forte of like creating that psychological drama and shooting dark with gritty and, you know, that noir kind of feel.
Right.
I got like 3 feature films under my belt.
Okay.
You know, I'm really pushing, since I've shot so many shorts so far already. Well, not so many. I've done 7. You know, I feel like I'm ready for the next step, which is a feature. And I wrote this feature called The Confidence Artist, and I won't tell you what it's all about yet.
Okay.
You know, like I want you to.
Okay. It's
I
under
want you to
wraps.
watch
It's
it.
under wraps.
Yeah. But it's I could give you like the log line. It's about like an orphan, and he has DID, which is dissociative identity disorder, also known as multiple personality disorder. But he gets adopted by a con man. You know, so, so I ain't gonna give you a little more than that.
Oh, just that little twist.
Yeah,
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah, it's a mind bending kind of like, you know, it'll keep you on your toes, you know.
So what do you like to write about when you write? Do you look to write a certain type of way, or do you look to write versatile, like different types of films and different types of like just characters and so forth, like, or do you focus on, like, this is your genre and this is what you're gonna write on?
Well, so far this has been my genre, you know, and like, I understand the formatting of how the screenplay works, you know, but I don't necessarily follow, each project that isn't followed in that same way the last one works, you know? Like, I'm researching all the time. Like, when I watch a movie, or even if I'm sitting, whatever I'm doing, there's like, I see it in a different light, you know? I see it in like, okay, how this is set up, how that's set up, like, how does that affect, like, how you see it, how the audience sees it. Like, I kind of, it all stems from like these different elements that I see throughout the day, you know, that it's always grinding, you know? And each project has been different, especially in terms of the writing for it. Like, for the Confidence Artist, I had an idea, you know, and I knew where I wanted to go with it. And it was supposed to be a little more action, but then I thought, like, no, I can like really switch this into this psychological mode, right? And I took that path for that. But then, like, this other script that I was working on, that I just finished the first draft of it a couple months ago. It was a total different process because I had this idea since like 2012. But how it came out was like I was so frustrated in creating this violence in the script, right? This like natural brewing violence that I couldn't force it. You know?
Right.
It took me from 2012 to now 2017. My birthday had just passed. I locked myself away for 6 weeks in a cabin just to finish it. But the way I figured it out was just write, you know? How does the dialogue flow? You know?
Exactly.
Don't try to create more than what's already happening in the script. And that's how I was able to finish that script.
Right.
It's totally different than the Confidence Artist. You know, it's like,
dude,
yeah.
That is
sorry.
so, no, not
Yeah.
sorry. That is so key, what
Yeah.
you just said about not trying to force anything, because I've had ideas too, and I know a lot of people who have written, who write or work on something, have a certain idea in their head and a certain way that they want it to go, but once they start putting it to paper, you know, your mind is still flowing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you change, you look at different things like, oh, I can put this in there, or I can put this little twist on it, or like you said, even go a totally different way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And just, you know, pin something that, you know, you didn't even have in mind, and it can be like totally better than what, you know, you even had coming out in the first place.
You just reminded me of something. I guess that's a key element that I do for every project.
Right.
Like, I have my own studio where I create everything, like my cave, you know? And my cave is my walls are filled with all of, like, the ideas that are circling in my head. It's always written down, it's all there, and it's all in, like, choppy computer paper on.
Yeah, it looks crazy.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, man, you see it.
Look, he had this serious look. He said he looked over at me like this. He was like, yeah, it looks crazy.
No, I'm telling you, because you walk in and it's like you feel like he's talking to himself, like literally, like, you know how you gotta remind yourself something.
Right.
Like, you might put a reminder on your phone. Like, he's actually having a conversation with himself on the wall, and you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But I understand it, because, you know, he's my boy, and I understand
Right.
him. You know.
You understand the
By the-
madness
by the way,
going
me
on
and Manny
inside
go-
the mind.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, we go way back.
Yeah, we go way back.
Right.
Since we.
I remember we actually wrote a script together when we was like in 6th grade. I don't know if you remember that.
I didn't even remember that. I didn't even remember that.
Yo, now that's way back.
Yeah.
That's way back.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was dark then too. It's crazy. It was we had to like do a play like in front of like the school or whatever, but like we had to write our own stuff. And it was, I don't remember, it was something about drugs, and yeah, we in 6th grade or 7th grade, one of those.
Hey, that's a reality
it was
though.
about
For 6th and 7th grade.
Yeah, it was about like
Before
drugs
Williamsburg.
and like a big
Right. Right.
I don't know if I was the brother on drugs. I don't remember. I just remember it was just deep. It was deep and dark, and I'm like, damn, we wrote that shit. It was like 11 or 12.
Right.
Thinking back at it, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Yeah. You reminded me about that.
Maybe y'all should bring that back.
Yeah.
Rewrite it somehow.
It's
think
kind of insane.
Yeah.
You
There's
know
a lot,
what I'm
listen,
saying?
there's a lot of things in the works. We was actually
Right.
talking about certain. We actually came up with something on the way over here. And we was like, yo.
Man.
So.
Don't you love when that happens, when
dream
you just
our
be en
own.
route
Yeah.
somewhere and you come up with an idea?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Man, we got something crazy.
Yeah.
Man, but you know what? As soon as you get that idea, I know this has happened to me several times. I get an idea and then I don't write it down and then I forget it or forget some of it. Now when I get an idea, I don't care if I'm in the bed at 4:00 in the morning. I get up and I jot that shit down so quick. You know what I'm saying? And then I go back to it. Sometimes it feels like I'm dreaming. I wake up.
It's my weapon of choice. Always keep this on me.
Right. You gotta. Yes.
You know, I do that with my voice notes.
Right.
Whenever
Yeah.
I like, you know, like y'all
You got to.
or the producer, whenever he plays a song, and then I'm like, I tell them, I'm like, yo, you know which one you fuck with hard off the rip. You know what I'm saying? Like when you first hear it and it just comes out, like you're like, I'm like, yo, yeah, I'm like, shh, I'm like, hold on, give me 10 seconds, give me 10 seconds.
Right.
I pull out my phone, I'm like, all right, go back to it, because I need to remember that. Because I'm not gonna remember.
Right.
And then when it plays, I'm like, yo, what was that? And then I hear it, and I'm like, oh, that was it. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Yo, there's one thing I want to say to the audience. Like,
Say it.
Yeah.
They listening. They watching.
so I mean, for Brooklyn, for like us and like the New York culture and like, you know, wherever you are and stuff, you know, like who you grew up with and like who you keep in your team and your circle and who's still there at the end of the day, right? After years and stuff, it's crazy because like me and Manny and this guy that we're talking about, Yarodi, Kenny, right? Who's also part of Swag in the City.
Swag in the City.
So we all went to like
Wednesday, 6.
Yeah, 6 to 8. We all grew up together and we were in junior high school. And I remember Kenny talking about like he wants to join band and pick up the trumpet. You know, and back then we were just like, you want to be a band?
Trumpet boy?
Yeah,
Right.
like a band or whatever, you know. But it's crazy.
One time at band camp.
Yeah, exact. That's how it was, you know. But then years later, turns out the dude is nasty with it.
Right, right,
He got his masters from Juilliard.
right.
Yeah.
So now he's producing and doing all these things, right? And now like it just worked out that we're still friends and we're still in the same circle. That now I'm doing
And
film.
still doing the same
So
thing.
my instinct is like, oh shit, I got a film composer. Let me groom him and show him, like, you know, let us work together.
Right.
And do this together.
Right.
And like build it. And every single project I've done, he's my Hans Zimmer. He's my Clint Mansell. You know, he's my John Williams.
Right, right.
Yarodi.
Right.
You know, Kenneth Rodriguez is my composer for all my films.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Very
and it's
nice.
crazy how that circle still comes around, you know? Now he's a producer for, you know, like how the team.
Well, that's how it is because,
Yeah.
you know, I was talking to some friends the other day, and I've just recently met these friends, but you have friends that you recently meet, and then you have friends that you have known for a while. But
Yeah.
when that energy is there and that idea is there and that positive energy is there for everybody to work together on one accord because everybody's on the same level or doing something that interacts with something like fashion with the music with the television, you know, anything like that, you know, it all interacts
Yeah,
together, you know what I'm saying?
exactly.
So once you find that, once you have that energy, you just roll with it and it's just natural. You know what I'm saying? And it could be like from friends that you've known for like over a lifetime, or it can be friends that you met within the last 6-7 months. You know what I'm saying? You never know. You know, you pick up on people's energy, and you know you work with them, and you're like, these are some good peoples right here. I fucks with these people. We on the same level. You pretty much know who you can deal with and who you can't with. If you a grown person and you don't know who you can and cannot deal with by now, you need to start over. You need to have that Benjamin Button disease. You need to get, you know, because you know I know a lot of things. Look, a lot of people say a lot of things that sound good to people and people get hooked, but it's a feeling. It's a gut feeling, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That you feel about somebody and that you have that energy. And especially if you are on the up and up and you doing what you're supposed to do, you're not even gonna be in a situation to where you're gonna be taken advantage of or anything because you already know what's going
That's what
on.
I'm saying, yeah.
All of that shit is gonna be wiped out. You know what I'm saying? It's not even gonna be an issue. Oh man, what time is that right there? Cause I don't wanna. We listen.
We going.
This is gonna be hot too because after we finish this show on MNN, I want you to stay tuned when you're watching this on the YouTube channel because my man Manny MIZ is gonna spit some verses for you. You know what I'm saying? So, real quick though, before we run out of time for the MNN audience, go ahead and give them your contact information wherever they can reach you at. Twitter, Facebook, website, all of that good stuff.
You can find me on Facebook is Ray PERSAUD, R-A-Y. Last name is PERSAUD, P-E-R-S-A-U-D. And for Instagram, it's RP_Mere Talents, MERETALENTS, Mere Talents. And I want you guys to know you should check out also Hunger Brass is something we just shot. We had released something when I was on Orange New Black. Sorry, I'm a little sidebar. When I was on Orange New Black, I decided I wanted to shoot a new piece called Animosity because of the election and what happened. And I
Right.
released it on President's Day on February 20th.
Very nice.
For election days called Animosity, that we speak about what's happening with the country and the state of mind of the people. And Manny Miz performed on it. And it was like my first political performance piece. But then we released Hunger Brass on July 4th, which is post-election.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so now we're speaking about the matters after the state of mind of the people
Okay.
and stuff, which is
Okay.
kind of crazy. Like, you can check that out too. It's on the Ray PERSAUD Facebook and the RP Mirror Talent _Mirror Talents on Instagram. That's where you can find me.
That's where you can find him. Manny Miz, where they
Well,
can find you.
Find me at just Google me, Manny Miz. That's MANNY space MIZ. Instagram MANNY underscore that line MIZ. And that's pretty much it. You're gonna find me anywhere. Just type in Manny Miz.
Yeah.
That's very simple. We keep it simple here. We keep
Oh,
it
my
lit.
bad. And swagginthecity.com.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
You know what I'm
look,
saying?
hey, I'm glad you say that because that's a great lineup for every Wednesday because, you know, the Actors Cut comes on every Wednesday too. So what you do is you tune into the Actors Cut from 5 to 5:30. Then you take your little break, you go to the
that's perfect.
bathroom, you
Yeah.
know, fix you a snack, you know, get your mind right, whatever you need to do to settle in for Swag in the City
Word.
with Manny Miz from 6 to 8.
Yeah.
That's your lineup.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is, and that
And
sounds
there's
great.
some dope people in there too.
Right.
Yeah, yo, big shout outs to DJ FX, that's my
FX is
bro,
on there
and
too,
Meek
yeah.
Jaffe, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Yaya Galore.
Yeah.
Man.
telling
Yo, they had
we
design on
did-
there. They had
We're
some-
gonna have to get them on the show too.
You
We
need
go.
to come on our show
Yeah,
too.
you should.
I'll come. Of course, I'm coming on.
Yeah.
See, this is what we do. We network, we build, we
Yeah.
make everything together. So when we sitting at that table in VIP, we all popping bottles and just reminiscing. Like, man, remember? And we still the same OGs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Man,
Word.
I love it. I love doing this.
The Actors Cut.
The Actors Cut. I've been doing this show for about 10 years now.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, hit me up on at Handsome Good Grooming, handsome_good_grooming, handsomegoodgrooming.com. You can hit my Facebook at HUBERT GUY Jr. I'm there. You need me to host any events, be in your movie, drop a hot verse. You know what I'm saying? Shoot some hoops. Shouts out to each one, teach one. I just made my coaching debut
Oh,
at the
nice.
Rucker this past
Oh,
weekend.
nice.
You know what I'm saying?
that's
It
what's
was,
up.
it was dope. You know what I'm saying? I was, shouts out to Bob McCullough Sr., Bob McCullough Jr., Coach Ball, everybody involved with them. Man, guys, thank you for coming down, man.
Appreciate you
appreciate
inviting
it.
us,
Hey,
man.
hey, don't leave. Stay tuned because we still gonna do some more stuff, cause it's a celebration. I wish I had more thumbs. For anybody who knows what I'm talking about, yeah, it's a celebration.
Yeah.
But I always appreciate great guests like you guys coming down. You know what I'm saying, and you know being able to give your story to the people that's out there that's looking to do something, that's looking to come up in the game as well. You know what I'm saying? Because it's very important because, you know, it's a struggle. The struggle is real. I know that sounds cliche, but the struggle is real.
No,
When
it's
you out
real.
here
No, it's
working for
real.
something
Yeah.
that you really want, you know, you're gonna put in your heart, your mind, your body, your soul. You're gonna get a lot of no's before you get that one yes that's gonna let you in the door. And when you get that one yes, that's gonna be that yes that you're looking for. Yo, stay positive, stay yourself, be yourself, believe in yourself, like my man Prince C says. HUBERT GUY, the Actors Cut, Ray PERSAUD, Manny Miz, holla at your boys. Peace.
Peace.
Hey folks, how are you? We just switched it up real quick.
Oh, straight into it?
Yeah, we going
so we-
right to the
so we-
YouTube
switched
right
it up.
now. So we got my man Manny Miz over here. Yo, Manny, yo, I want you to kick some of that shit, son. I want you to kick some of that high fire.
I don't need no beat. Well, if you got a beat, that'd be nice.
Man, you know, spit
can get him from the phone,
spit
I'll
that
do
high
that.
fire. What you do, son?
All right.
We got some bonus footage.
Where I'm spinning to it, man.
Spit it right to that red dot. You laser, you got the dot on their forehead, son.
All right. All right. Mezzles, what a nigga like you wanna do with a nigga like me? Wanna put me in check like a nigga be rockin' Nikes. Okay, fuck you and fuck your man. My mouth is fresher than a white tee. For the niggas that be saying that they're married to the game, where the fuck is your wifey? Man, I'm wifed up to the game, just like a slice up to the face. I give $1.50 percentage, like time and a half enough pay. Man, y'all niggas wanna fuck with me? And now this is off the top, like damn, I'm on the actor's cut. Y'all niggas better get in your drop, cause me, I'm in the Impala, no, I'm in my fucking star, boy. About to get the dollars, nigga, you can see I'm hard, boy. This is off the top, and then I hit him with a freestyle. Forgot my words before. The way I'm rapping, he wild, like who? Is me. Is Mizzles. Y'all niggas wanna make it rain, and me, I just make it go drizzle. Cause I'm kinda broke right now, but I don't really give a fuck, man. Niggas wanna go duck, niggas wanna go send shots, but me, I stay ducking. Like, who the fuck is this nigga? I'ma look in that mirror. I say I'm fucking with you, I'm fucking with a mirror. No, that's a girl, boy, turtle boy. What the fuck? I ain't making no sense, but I don't give a fuck, cause in a few years, I'm about to make more than a couple cents. I'm about to make a couple of $1 million, billion, a trillion. Niggas fucking with a zillion niggas. I come through, that's all I got right now.
Yeah, this is how we doing it, man. So, check this out. So, I think right now, how do you be feeling about rating like top 5 rappers and stuff? Like, who would
Like
you rate
currently,
your? Who would you rate your like of all time? You know what I'm saying? Like, who you think is in your top 5 right there?
Well, my top 5 is a little weird, so.
It's all right. It's your top 5.
So I gotta start off my first. It's Cudi. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, everybody knows me. I joke around a lot and shit, but I just love. Like, I can get deep with it, you know what I'm saying? And I just love his deep. I just love everything about him, you know what I'm saying? So that's definitely number 1. Excuse me. Number 2, as weird as this may sound, you know what I'm saying? I just remember back in the days who I used to love the most. And it's probably gonna have to be Fabulous, and then 3, Ludacris. You know what I'm saying? I never
Chris
really,
Lover.
Yeah,
That's when he was on Hot 97 down in Atlanta. Him and Boom Daddy.
I never really heard nobody put, Ludacris in their top 5. But it's just that I just remember the influence he had on me. You know what I'm saying?
Ludacris got lyrics, man.
Ludacris got bars. He has songs. Yeah, no, he be saying shit. It's just, he went to where the money really at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But 4, J. Cole. I love Cole, and I love what he represents. And, he was like a motivation as well. You know what I'm saying? Like the style of music he do and stuff. And then 5 would be Eminem. Eminem's nasty. He's a monster.
Very nasty.
So we're top 5.
Ray, your top 5. Now we can do this for you. You can either give the top 5 rappers, or you can give the top 5 actors or producers. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's what I was gonna
say. My number 1 guy, first and foremost, is Darren Aronofsky, because of that Requiem, man.
Right.
And he's just been an influence in my life and my creation. So Darren Aronofsky is number 1. Number 2 is Tarantino, man. Ain't nothing like Tarantino, man. Cause
he makes some shit, boy.
Yo, and like, and I researched all of like the people that I study from, So I know his whole story, and like he's a guy that knows where he's going. He knows how much he wants to do, and he knows when he's done with it. And I respect that highly, especially as an artist, because I know like film is not the be all end all for me. There's other arts there for me to move with too. But yeah, so Tarantino. After that, I have to pay respect to Nolan. What Christopher Nolan, what he's done with those Batman trilogies and like, like Prestige. Right. Like he's just he's a great writer. He's a great director, man. Like he understands like how to shoot something noir and practical. He's more practical than he is VFX, After Nolan, it would have to be Fincher. Like David Fincher is huge because again he like you can tell like all my people have that psychological.
Right.
Like, I don't know what issues they had stuff too.
That's that mind stuff. That mind is
Fincher,
rolling.
That Fight Club, that Benjamin Button you were talking
Fight Club, man. That's still one of my that movie.
Mind bending,
Probably one of the dopest movies ever made, man. Yeah. Like for real, like.
And then the fifth, I guess, would have to be. I really like Danny Boyle. You know, like 28 Days Later, The Train Spotting, man, like Slumdog. Like, I like
Great
his style.
films, right.
Another one too, you know, because Danny Boyle has like. I like all of them. Those are my top 5.
Top 5.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna to add on right there. What you know, with me being in the acting industry, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I've also started to look at old films more closer. I've started to look at, just films, just different things in general on media. And one of the things that I've started to look at and what I've always had a vision for is like shots, landscaping shots, you know what I'm saying? Those, like, one of the greatest movies that I think, because I just love the way that it's shot, is The Revenant.
Oh man,
that cinematography in there is ridiculous.
I actually saw it because of him.
Yeah.
Yo.
I caught. Oh man.
I watch that movie all the time. That on demand. I like that movie. I also like Interstellar. Interstellar was shot like with Matthew McConaughey. It was crazy. And also, I'm a big Game of Thrones fan. And those shots.
I haven't gotten into the Game of Thrones.
Well, don't worry. If you got about an extra 70 hours, you only got 70 episodes to get caught up, 65, 66 episodes to get caught up on. Start tonight.
I tried watching the first episode 3 times, and I don't know. I can't. Like,
man, you got to get past it, because I was like that with Breaking Bad, man. I watched
with
Breaking Bad, man. The first couple episodes, I was like,
I was just like that with
But
Breaking
then
Bad.
after I got past that,
I think it's the fantasy for me, man, because I'm more practical.
Yeah, me too.
I think that's what it is.
I'm practical, but I love that Dungeons and Dragons type, man.
I could deal with that in Lord of the Rings, because that's a epic, you know.
Hey, let me tell you something. If you start watching Game of Thrones and you start like, okay, I'm gonna put it like this.
I respect it, by the way.
Me and my wife are Game of Thrones fanatics.
Yeah.
I am not lying to you when I tell you I've seen each season at least 4 times.
Really?
Each season at least 4 times. Like, I've probably watched Stormborn, the last episode that just came out this past Sunday. I probably watched that at least 15 times already.
Yeah.
I just love it. It's just a great storyline. You get into the different houses and the different people and the elaborate schemes. And yo, Ray, step your Game of Thrones game up, son.
No, I respect it. My Facebook is always blown up with people like fighting over who leaked this and who like. I get it.
Somebody was putting some spoilers on the air yesterday, and I was like, but it's and I gotta say like this: if you are like a Game of Thrones person, you can't really get a spoiler, because you are into it. You already know what the hell is really going on, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So even if you watch something and they say, well, this was gonna happen, or they show something, you'd be like, well, I knew that was gonna happen anyway. Damn near just about, you know what I'm saying? So, all right. I had to get my Game of Thrones rant out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
I respect it.
But we gave you some extra bonus footage. This is how I'm gonna start. I like to do this like this, because I still be wanting to talk to my guests after my half-hour show with Eminem, because I know y'all still be wanting more, and I be wanting to give the viewing audience more, and keep it gangster. You feel me? Keep it gangster in the actor's cut sort of way. Yo, so all right, we out of here. You know what I'm saying? Ray PERSAUD, Manny MIZ, yo, give me your info one more time. Give me your info one more time where they can.
Thanks for having us at the Actors Cut.
Yeah. I'm
Ray PERSAUD. You can find me on Facebook, Ray, R-A-Y, PERSAUD, P-E-R-S-A-U-D. And my Instagram is RP_Mere Talents, which is M-E-R-E Talents.
Manny MIZ.
Over here, it's plain and simple, Manny MIZ. That's M-A-N-N-Y-M-I-Z. Instagram, Twitter, Manny. That line on the bottom, M-I-Z. That's it. And swagginthecity.com. Can't forget them.
Swagginthecity.com. That's your Wednesday lineup. The Actors Cut from 5 to 5:30. Get your snacks. Use the bathroom. Settle in for Swag in the City from 6 to 8. That's how we gonna do it. If you don't do it, we come into the house and we smacking everybody inside. I'm sorry, but I told you.
Brute force.
You can hit me up at Handsome Good Grooming. That's handsome_good_grooming for all your barbering needs, for all your barbering education needs. You want me to be in your play, in your movie, host your event, hit me up. My number's on the screen, 917-208-1280, and I do answer my phone. Holla at your boy. Mom, I love you. Kids, you better be in the bed. I will see you soon. Peace.
Night.
Nice. We walking off like this. This is how we walking off.
Well, we should make a scene.
Let's make a scene. You want to make a scene? Make a scene.
Oh, wait, I heard what you was talking about me yesterday.
Get him. Hold on, let me move shit out the way. No, I'm gonna block the door.
Shit about to die.